the easiest way to look at blockchain is, let's assume that two people want to do a transfer of an asset of value. For them to be able to do that transfer, they need to agree on the terms, do a transaction. If I give you $5,000, you will give me such and such, right? You need to agree on those terms. And you also need to determine that once that transfer is completed, that it is final. Those are the two key things you need to determine. If I'm going to buy a house from you, you need to determine a price, and then I need to pay you X amount for the house in order for you to give me the title to the house. That is what a transfer of an asset of value involves. Okay? Now, in order to do that, instead of writing it out in individual ledgers, that is, the party on the left has a ledger where they record that transaction, and the party on the right has a ledger where they record the transaction as well, which could have errors. The party on the left could write that they received $10,000, while the party on the right could actually say that they sent $15,000. You see, there are errors, or could be subject to tampering. For example, the party on the left could say that they never received payment, or the party on the right said that they actually sent the payment and actually double paid. So there's many, many ways that people could change. There's tampering that could be involved when different parties have a different ledger. Then the question is, which one's right? Or one of them could get deleted. Or for example, a major system failure could cause it to be lost forever, right? These are challenges when you actually have separate ledgers. This is how the world currently handles money. Replace ledgers with banks and their own databases. The party on the left could be on bank A. That bank keeps record of a transaction. The party on the right has a database of their own, which keeps a bank account, and they have a record of the transactions. This is why when a party A sends money to party B, you have to wait for a check to clear, because the second bank has to update their records so that they reflect that a payment has been made. This is the issue that you have when you have banks. Banks serve the roles of those separate ledgers. So this is how the world right now works, and where there are many challenges with all these different ledgers and different records all around the world. Now, when we look at these, instead of having these two separate ledgers, which could have errors, be subject to tampering, get deleted, or be lost, what if you replace that with a single ledger, and that ledger was shared? So think about it. If you're actually doing a transaction with someone else, both of you agree in one single ledger, and you share that this is exactly what happened. Not only that, that ledger is distributed. That is, exact copies of that ledger are distributed all around the world. One of the benefits of being able to do that is that there is no single point of failure. And every one of those ledgers serves as a witness that a transaction actually happened. They all agree on the same. This is the vision that we're looking at. And all the information that's recorded in that single ledger that's shared and distributed is recorded in a permanent way, and it is recorded immutably. That is, once it's recorded, there is no way to change it. This, in a nutshell, is how blockchains work. So having said all that, one of the key things that I want to tell you about the blockchain vision is that this distributed ledger technology, which is also how blockchain is usually called, enables you to have not multiple different ledgers that different people have, which are subject to discrepancies between them. This is one of the main problems right now that are going when people go and they might change their records, and they might say that a transaction took place or didn't take place, or someone might go after the fact, change that something happened in a previous era. In blockchain, that can't be done, because every single record that's recorded on the ledger is recorded in a permanent manner and immutable. So if something happened at a certain time in history, you cannot go back at a future date and change that information. This is one of the main powers of blockchain technology. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something in the process. I bring you brand new videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm George Levy. We're changing the world, one blockchain at a time. See you next time.